Today in Madden 26, we're going to be rebuilding the new look Las Vegas Raiders. It's a new chapter for the Raiders as Clint Kubiak and Fernando Mendoza come in at the same time. There is a very bright future, in my opinion, here in Las Vegas. So our goal today is get this Raiders team on the right track and win them a Super Bowl by the end of today's rebuild. But before we get into today's video, YouTube does tell me about 83% of the people who watch these videos aren't actually subscribed. So if you do fall in the 83% want to change that, that'd be greatly appreciated. The Las Vegas Raiders are going to be a very interesting team to watch this year, simply because they finally have a quarterback to be excited about. They've obviously had Derek Carr for a number of years. Then they transitioned to like Minshew, and they've had some other guys here and there. They also brought in Kirk Cousins, and I do think Kirk Cousins is going to start right away, but part of me doesn't even want to waste time on that. I don't know. Like, realistically speaking, we could go ahead and start Kirk through mid-season, but Mendoza is the future of this team, and I want to develop him as such. So we're going to throw him in the fire right away. I also need to change these playbooks. I meant to change this earlier, but we're going to be running Seattle's playbooks because of Kubiak coming from there, so that should help us out as well. So I'm going to do that. But yeah, Ashton Jeanty, Brock Bowers, Fernando Mendoza. The one thing we'd love to see this Raiders team get is obviously go get a wide receiver one at some point. It doesn't necessarily have to be at the trade deadline or anything, but in the offseason, definitely invest in that. They didn't really have the opportunity. Now, to be fair to them, if the Crosby trade would have been official, I think they could have walked away with Mekhi Lemon on draft night with Fernando Mendoza, which would have been really cool for them. Obviously, there's a domino effect to that, but regardless, we're going to go in similar to the end of year one. I'm not even going to start Kirk Cousins. I'm just going to throw Mendoza out there right out of the gate. We're playing the Patriots in week one. Obviously, the schedule is based off last year's, but let's go ahead and see if we can make it to the playoffs in year one with Mendoza under center. Even if we don't, let's just see how good we can be. So at the end of the season, we do not make the playoffs. We finish up at 6-11. So obviously not really what we wanted to see, but there's still more building to be done here. So I'm not really too mad at it. So let's go ahead and take a look at any of the stats here. And I would love to see if Mendoza got like rookie of the year, but we'll have to see on that. So if we look at the stats, offensively, we were 25th in NFL, only 22 touchdowns in the season. And then defensively, 7th in NFL. So it's good to see that our defense was good, but 22 and 13 from Mendoza, not terrible. Could be better, obviously, but 10 touchdowns, 1,100 yards from Jeanty. Washington also had 224 yards. I think that was one of their fourth-round picks. Brock Bowers at 700, 700 from Trey Tucker, 600 from Jalen Naylor, 583 from Jack Besh. Defensively, sacks-wise, you had 13.5 from Kwity Paye, so that's a great season for him. Max Crosby had 10, so that's nice to see. But other than that, yeah, pretty disappointing season for the most part, obviously. So let's go ahead and get in the offseason. I'm assuming Mendoza doesn't get rookie of the year with those numbers. Probably need to be better than that. Unfortunately, he just wasn't. That's okay. We need to get him a wide receiver one. I also don't really love how involved, well, you know, actually, not necessarily. If we just get a wide receiver one, I think all will be solved for the most part. So season recap, yeah, so offensive rookie of the year went to Omar Cooper, so it did not go to Mendoza. Bo Nix and the Broncos, our division rival in this case, actually make it back to the AFC Championship game, and this time they won. They beat the Eagles in the Super Bowl. Micah Parsons is your depoy, Puka Nacua, Kyle Shanahan, and Josh Allen. So do we have any important retirements to think about? I don't believe we do, but let's go ahead and double check. So Kirk is going to retire, which is fine, obviously. But other than that, no. Travis Kelce's gone, Khalil Mack, Josh Harris, Tony Jefferson, but all right, let's go and get the resigning stage, and let's see what we need to do here to continue to build here. So we got $94 million. Von Miller retired to Brown, I guess. So Jeremy Chin, I'm going to let go. Trey Tucker, I'm going to let go. Michael Mayer, I'm going to let go. Paul Malo, I'm going to let go. Honestly, I don't really see a single player I want to bring back. I would actually love more to just go into free agency with our $94 million, which is what we're going to do. So there was some guys we could have kept, like Trey Tucker would have been fine, but I think we can do so much better. We have Jalen Naylor, who's going to be a fine wide receiver 3. Jack Besh, that's fine, but like I said, my goal wholeheartedly is a right tackle would be nice too, but I really want to get a wide receiver 1 this offseason, so we'll have to see if we can do that. We have Mendoza, Jeanty in the backfield there. Defensively, we obviously need to still add more over here as well, so let's not ignore that, especially in the trenches. We got a couple okay corners, but definitely need to do better. Stukes, and then McCoy also was someone who fell in the draft, and they got him in the 4th round, so overall, there's a lot to like, and then Kwity Paye with the season he had went up to superstar depth, so that's good. But let's go see what we can do in free agency. Hopefully, there's some good things to sign here. So here's what I've offered in free agency as I'm in on Jervin Dexter, which this one's a home run. He's 26 years old, superstar dev, trying to steal him off of Chicago. Braden Smith to replace that right tackle spot. I guess the Texans only had him for a year. Ronnie Hickman to be our free safety, and Michael Mayer as a re-sign. I could go after Jaquan Brisker, who is available and is interested, but I've gotten him every freaking video, so I'm trying not to do the same thing over and over again, I guess. So that's why I'm going to ignore him today, just for this video. But Jervin Dexter, obviously, by far, is my favorite addition if we can get him, which we do. Unfortunately, as far as like receiver is concerned, there was a couple guys, but like Devontae Adams come back to Vegas doesn't make a ton of sense. Stephon Diggs, yeah, I guess, but doesn't really give us a long-term guy. So I don't know. I feel like I want to find a long-term guy. So we're probably gonna have to do that in the draft here. We'll probably have like a middle of the road pick, but we at least, I didn't mean to click on Mendoza, but we at least added our right tackle, which is what we wanted. We brought in Michael Mayer, brought him back. We have a running backfield we feel good about. I feel good about my wide receiver 1, 2, and 3, and then we have Lane and Benson. So there's depth here, but like I said, we absolutely need to find a wide receiver 1 in this draft. Defensively, there's some things I like here. Still need to add on the D tackle front. I feel okay about our corners. So all in all, I'm pretty happy, but I still want to, obviously, the biggest thing, we got to find a way to draft. Like, if we could somehow pull out Jeremiah Smith out of this draft, which it's probably going to be hard to do, but man, would it be awesome. It'd be perfect for what we need right now. So what pick do we have? Let's find out, actually. So we're going to have pick 7. Okay, that's not horrible. We could technically try to trade up. We could do something like that. I don't know what teams are picking ahead of us, but man, I am tempted. I am very tempted to look at it and kind of seeing who's picking ahead of us. So if we go to the final mock draft, so we have the Dolphins, who need a quarterback, Panthers, who I guess need a quarterback. I mean, right now they project, this mock draft projects Jeremiah Smith to fall to us, but I don't know if I can really trust it. Man, would it be cool if he did. I would love everything. Oh man, I might actually consider like trading up though. In fact, you know what? We're going to just head in the draft, and we're going to see how the first 3 picks fall, maybe the first 2, and then we can maybe talk to pick 3 to trade up or something. Okay, so the Seahawks, funny enough, are picking at 3, but I'm just going to go talk to them because I really do want to pull this off if we can, because I don't want to even take any chances. I don't think Seattle would take a receiver, but again, I don't want to even take chances here. So I'm going to give them, we're only moving up 4 spots. So like, could we give them our 3rd in this draft and that would be okay? Yeah, so a 1st and a 3rd, I think that's good. So we'll be picking here. And like I said, what we wanted to grab here was our wide receiver 1, and I think we've done that here. So Jeremiah Smith, welcome to Las Vegas. Honestly, could not think of a better player to pair alongside Bowers, Ginty, and Mendoza. It's like the perfect offense right now. So yeah, Jeremiah Smith, welcome to Vegas. Could not be happier with that pick. That's a great way to start this draft. And then I'm going to take Gabriel Brownlow-Dindy here. I wanted to continue to build on the D-line. We brought in Dervin Dexter, but that's not enough. So with our 2nd round pick, we're taking Dindy. 79 true value, got him at 39. Not going to be hidden dev, unfortunately, but still going to be a starter for us nonetheless. We obviously don't have a 3rd rounder anymore because of trading up with Seattle. So let's go see what we're going to get here in round 4 to end things off for us. So we'll see if there's anything of interest for us at all. So we could take another tight end, or we could take another D tackle, which honestly I would not hate doing, just double downing on D tackles. So I'm going to take James Smith as well. And 120 true value, got 1 to 3. So okay, nothing crazy, but let's go ahead and take a look at the lineup now. I cannot wait to see what this offense can look like with Jeremiah Smith, Bowers, Ginty, and Mendoza. I'm ecstatic. So we walk out of here with an 82 overall wide receiver 1, which is obviously what we needed really badly. The D tackles we took ended up being 72 and 73 respectfully, and then we got another wide receiver late in the draft with DeAndre Moore. Not bad, especially for a 72 overall in 5th round. We'll definitely take that. And TJ Daugherty, not too bad either. So let's take a look at the lineup though, and then I will say, year number 1 playbook, I mean, I don't know. It was a little disappointing, but I wonder if Jeremiah Smith, like just having a wide receiver 1, if the yards changed quite a bit. So we're going to just roll with the same playbooks again. The defense was really good last year, so we'll see if that changes anything for us. But Jeremiah Smith, Jalen Naylor, Jack Bech as your wide receivers. I feel good about that with Bowers and Ginty. Offensive line is looking as good as it can be. Defensively, obviously we added Ronnie Hickman, Dervin Dexter, Dindy, and James Smith to kind of improve the D-line. Stooks is starting now with Jeremy Chin gone. Quay Walker, obviously, Nakobe Dean and Kwity Paye were additions last offseason. So I'm going to leave everything the same. We're going to head into the end of year number 2. The hopes and the expectations of being better. We finished up at like 6-11, 7-10 or something like that. So let's try to be better than that. And hopefully with Jeremiah Smith coming in, we will absolutely be potentially a very exciting team going into the season with Mendoza having a really good season as well with all these weapons around him. So at the end of year 2, things were much better. And if you look at that, we also come home and win the AFC West. Now, oh, that sucks. We scrolled and we see a couple injuries, and one of them is to Ginty. I know we have a good backup running back. I believe Washington's like super fast. McCoy had a great season as our 4th round corner from last year. So love to see that. Stingley led the league with 8. Oh my gosh, Bullock there as well. So the Texans definitely turned some teams over, but let's take a look at the stats. So offensively, 60 in the NFL, which was better than last year, so we'll take it. And then defensively, we continue to be top 10 on that side, which is great. 30 and 10, so the touchdowns go up and the interceptions came down a little bit, so very happy with that. 11 touchdowns, 200 yards from Ginty. He played all 17 and picked up an injury at the end. You can't even, yeah, that sucks. Let's see what his injury is before we go any further. So We look at it, injury report, how long's he out? He's out 2 to 4 weeks, so we could get him back technically in this playoff run, but more than likely, you know, he's probably out because I don't know how far we'll go, but I guess you never know. So 30 and 10, we saw that. And then receiving wise, Jeremiah Smith only had 800 yards his rookie year, so but Jack Besh had a really good season. That's good to see. 936 yards, 7 touchdowns, 70 receptions, so not bad. Bowers with only 518 yards, 2 touchdowns. And then defensively, sacks wise, 10.5 from Kwity Paye, who continues to be really good, 9.5 from Crosby. And then we gave a lot of money to Dexter, and he was really good for us, so I love that as well. We saw what McCoy did. I would love nothing more for this guy to be star dev then, because I mean, after that, I think you definitely turn into star dev. And then anything else that sticks out, we had 3 from Stukes as well, 3 from Stokes, 2 from Teron Johnson, 2 from Hickman, and 2 from Porter. Okay, well, let's go ahead and jump in and play this Bengals team. It's gonna be interesting to see how we do against them. Fun fact also, the last time the Raiders were in the playoffs, they played the Bengals, so let's see if we can go win it this time around, because obviously Derek Carr was the starter last time and they lost. So here we are at Allegiant Stadium, one of the newer stadiums in the NFL. Let's see what happens here. So we get a stop to start things off, and we will, okay, so didn't score on our first drive, 0-0. Obviously our defense is really good, but Bengals offense, as we know, is really good as well. So I don't know how long we could have kept them from doing anything, but they finally wake up. But we finally respond with a touchdown of our own, and now we're at 14-7, so our offense has woken up, but maybe theirs has as well. Tied game, but we get an interception from McCoy, who continues to be him, and we get a field goal off of it. I would have loved a touchdown, but we're down 4. We take the lead here. No, I think the Bengals might have put us away. So, you know, it was good to get into the playoffs, I guess, this year, but unfortunately, we didn't go very far. Kind of anticipated that. I still think we need to add another wide receiver here, because Besh is fine, Naylor's fine, but let's get another guy as well. But I'm loving what we're building so far. I'll say that. I think we're getting better and better. 12-5 is no joke. So let's take a look at the stats. So Mendoza had no picks or no touchdowns, so that's good. Burrow had a brutal interception. I think not score. And then obviously we didn't have Gene T either, so that probably really hurt us as well. I forgot about that. Yeah, so not a lot here to like. Receiving wise, Judy had 89 yards. He was on the Bengals as well. Jeremiah Smith only had 54. 2 touchdowns, 1 touchdown. Jerry Jeudy did his thing, and then 1.5 sacks. And then Jermon McCoy, as we said, got the interception. But okay, let's get the offseason. Let's continue to build. It was nice to get in the playoffs, but obviously going to year 3, we'll have bigger aspirations. So let's make sure we have a chance at, you know, winning a playoff game next year if we can. So the Giants went on to win the Super Bowl. Jamar Chase got Offensive Player of the Year. James Pierce is your depoy. Darren Young, Coach of the Year for the Giants. Joe Burrow, Ahmad Hardy, and then Tootie. The Bengals edge rusher also got Defensive Rookie of the Year. So, all right, we have $98.5 million, which is nice. So let's go ahead and see if we have any retirements. Brissett and Braden Smith. So we lost our right tackle, so we'll have to replace him. But maybe there'll be a better right tackle. So let's go take a look to see what we've got going on. So we got $98.5 million, as I mentioned. Brock Bowers, a free agent. Powers Johnson. Eichenberg as well, Teron Johnson. There is a few guys that I obviously want to resign, and you know, there's nothing obvious more than Brock freaking Bowers. So yeah, do want to keep him. I am considering changing the playbook to get him more involved, because I don't really like the stats he's put up. I feel like it's always hard to get. I think we have to run Chiefs playbook because that's like the only playbook I know that gets a tight end heavily involved. I guess we could have stuck with Raiders and maybe that would also do it, but I'm going to also sign Timmy back just for depth. I think that's fine. Teron Johnson, I'm going to let him go because I'm going to try to get a better corner one, especially with McCoy developing. We also have Porter and then Stokes as well. So I think we get a corner one in here. That'd be great. Zay Flowers is headed free agency, it looks like. But so yeah, Jeremiah Smith would have loved to seen superstar dev, but star dev, which is fine. I do want to bring in another wide receiver. Probably need to draft a right tackle or find a new one. Defensively, we need to Dexter's up to superstar X Factor, which is awesome. McCoy's up to star dev, so we might have a corner one, but I wouldn't be opposed to bringing another one. Why not, right? So, and then Hickman's up to star dev as well, so that's awesome. But yeah, really love what we were able to put in last year, but we definitely need to add a few more pieces here, so let's get working here. Okay, so I've made my 3 offers, and I'm not gonna lie, there are actually some really good free agents here, but I'm gonna settle for just decent guys, because we could go after like a Zay Flowers, a Quinnen Williams, or a Jalen Carter's here as well, but I'm good with Ed Oliver, Arnold, and JC Latham. I think that, you know, kind of addresses 3 problems that we needed to address, so we get all 3 of them, which is good. I love that. So Ed Oliver adds to this team, And then we still need to draft a wide receiver some point in the draft. We replace our right tackle. Defensively, we add another D-tackle, which I feel like we needed. Arnold gives us another corner to feel good about. So all in all, I really like what it's looking like. But if we can find a way to add another another receiver, it'd be funny to draft a receiver again in round 1. But we might be doing that because I want to add another guy here and just give Mendoza as many chances as possible to be that guy and, you know, go MVP or whatever. So let's go ahead, head in the draft, and let's see what we can do in this draft. Hopefully we can get a good receiver again to pair alongside Jeremiah Smith. So I'm going to be taking Braylon Staley here in the first round with great speed, and he is going to be 48 in true value, government 22, but he is going to be hidden dev. So very good start to me. Get a hidden dev receiver to pair alongside Jeremiah Smith. Wanted to grab one, so we go back-to-back receivers in the last 2 years. And then this one's an easy pick to me because we obviously don't know how long Max Crosby is going to keep playing. I think we can, you know, go ahead and draft kind of our contingency plan here. So Mandrell Dezer out of Florida State, going to be 90 in true value. Got him at 54, but he's going to be hidden dev as well. So welcome to the Raiders. And then I'm going to end this off with DeMarcus Riddick out of Auburn just to kind of give us another linebacker for depth. So, oh, okay. Kind of missed, swung and missed there, but that's okay. We have starters pretty much everywhere. Would have been great. I felt good about what he looked like on paper, but unfortunately, I missed that guy, or I missed that. So that's my bad, but that's okay. Let's go take a look at the recap and see what it's looking like. So 75 overall receiver, which is good. I'll probably throw him at wide receiver 2 right away. We got an edge rusher for depth, 69 overall. So yeah, like I said, I really swung and missed there. But 71 right tackle, 69 cornerback, and a 69 running back. So not too bad. But let's go take a look at it all put together. Looks like we have an 86 overall with an 89 offense and an 86 overall, 89 offense, 84 defense. So yeah, very happy with what we've put together here. But let's see what it looks like fully together. So I'm going to throw Staley, like I said, at wide receiver 2 next to Jeremiah Smith. And then my plan is to run Chiefs playbook. I just really want to get Brock Bowers involved, obviously, because he is the best player on this team. So while Seattle has been fine, I think we run Casey's playbook. We have a better chance at, obviously, you know, Brock Bowers being involved, maybe leading the way, which I think which is what I want to be the case. So JT Mendoza, Smith, Naylor, Besh, Thornton, Bowers, JC Layton, Powers Johnson, Linderbaum, Zune, and Miller. Defensively, we've done a lot of work over here as well. We add Dezer for the most part, Dindy, Jervin Dexter, Ed Oliver, McCoy. Obviously, him developing was really nice. Stukes, and then Stokes is still here as well. Quay Walker, Nakobe Dean, Kwity Paye, who's been awesome. So, yeah, obviously, I'm going to leave Seattle's playbook. They've been great with that playbook, so I'm not going to even touch that. But, all right, let's get in the regular season. We made the playoffs last year. Unfortunately, fell short in round 1. Let's see if we can make it again with Chiefs playbook this time. And, you know, 12-5 is a really good record. So, let's try to just do something similar to that. That'd be nice. Really can't follow up last season better than this. We finished up at 15-2. That might be the best record I've ever had in a rebuild. Now, funny enough, I think when I first started Max Crosby, wow, he saw us draft an edge rusher and said, watch this. And then Mendoza moving to Chiefs playbook. Yeah, he went off, which is what we want to see with all these weapons around him. But as I was saying, you know, funny enough, you know, when I first started doing Madden rebuilds, I believe I went 17-0 with the Raiders one time by complete accident. Wasn't a challenge. I think I was just simply rebuilding the Raiders. I'd have to find the video, but pretty wild that I went 17-0 one time on accident. But 15-2 with the Raiders, still fantastic. Offensively, second in the NFL, and then defensively, we're seventh in the NFL. So, yeah, 44-6 from Mendoza. What a season from him. It's amazing what playbooks can do in Madden. 16 touchdowns, 1,200 yards from Ginty. Washington was barely involved this year. Ginty just had everything going to him. And this is what I wanted to see. So, Bowers definitely involved this year. What you want out of a tight end, 1,000 yards, 11 touchdowns. Or a tight end like Bowers, obviously. 1,000 yards from Staley, so getting him involved right away as a rookie is awesome. Smith, Moore, also DeAndre Moore randomly came in, 14 touchdowns, love that. And then Ashton Ginty, 410 yards. I mean, he just had a great season. He had 22 touchdowns combined. That's fantastic. We saw what Crosby just did. Did Kwity Paye have to take a back step? Yes, he did. He only had 6 sacks. Did he miss any games, though? Because he's been double digits this whole time. He did miss 3. Okay, that's fair. And then Dexter had 9.5, and he missed 2 games, so... yeah, Jervin Dexter's been awesome for us too. But, man, really good stats, really good season. But obviously, all that matters is how far we go in the playoffs. So, let's see if we get to play in the divisional round. In fact, let's see what the playoff bracket's looking like. So, we got It's the Bucks underneath this, the Giants, by the way. I know I'm in the way, but the Giants and Bucks, Saints, Bears, Falcons, Packers, Seahawks have the bye, and then we have the bye. So obviously the Seahawks were picking like number 3 when we traded with them, which was just so weird. But the Bengals will avoid them this year no matter what, which is good. We don't have to play them in round. Well, we won't avoid them. Well, like, we might see them in the AFC Championship game or whatever, but we won't have to play them in the divisional round basically. But Steelers, Bengals, classic AFC North matchup there. Colts and Titans, another division rivalry game there as well. And then Bills, Jaguars, 2 teams that just played each other in real life in the playoffs. But all right, let's see who we're going to play. My prediction is we're going to be playing the I bet we play the Bills. That's my guess. Let's see who it's going to be. Are we playing the Buffalo Bills? It's going to be, no, it's the Steelers. They upset the Bengals 30-10. Wow. Okay, so we get to play the Steelers, the Bengals, or sorry, the Bills and the Titans advance on the other side. And then you got Giants, Saints, Packers, and Seahawks. Okay. Well, do we have any injuries to report? We do have our injury. We do have an injury to our left guard, which kind of sucks. So let's see how long he's out for really quickly. It's right here. Whoops. 3 to 5 weeks. So we don't have a left guard, which kind of sucks. But oh no, I still think we can beat the Steelers. Let's jump in, see what happens, and hopefully we can come out here and beat them. I really wish the Raiders would give themselves like an all-black uniform, man. I don't know why that hasn't happened yet. Kind of annoying, but whatever. So let's just come out here and run the home unis, but I'll see you guys in there. So we, of course, hosted a playoff game last year, and we lost to the Bengals. So hopefully this time Mendoza's ready and prepared for his second playoff appearance. And they're going to go up 7-0 start things off, but we will tie it up 7-7. Now, this team did just upset the Bengals. So, yeah, we could be in trouble here. And so far, it's been a close game. We took the lead for a second, but they took it right back. They weren't playing around. 14-16. Can we go drive downfield here? What about now? And we will take the lead 16-21. The Steelers get stopped here. And it's 24-21 with 7 minutes and 46 seconds left. Okay, I'm feeling the pressure here. They want to come out here and start with a play action play. I kind of like the idea of that. Does Jeremiah Smith just split the safeties and go the distance right away? Let's see. Maybe. You know what? He actually has a shot. This might be a touchdown. Jeremiah Smith has to dive for it, but hey, he catches it. So what a suggestion by Madden. Love that. So Jeremiah Smith comes out here and gives us a beautiful bomb to start this drive. So yeah, exactly what we need. I think I might have clicked spike on accident, or I don't know what I just did. Are we spiking it? We might be spiking it, which is just really, there's really no point to spike this right now. I don't even want to waste the timeout, but I don't even think there's a way to get out. I guess I could have fake spiked it probably, but whatever. So we got plenty of time. I'm going to run it to Ginty here. So let's start with a run play after that big catch, and he's going to get us almost to a first down. Now we'll go no huddle this time around, and let's go right back to him. I mean, he just gained 9 yards in that chunk. Let's feed him again. So Ginty looking like Michael Myers. Beautiful. Great blocks. And we're going to head to the end zone. Okay, now you see my defensive step up. They've been a top 10 defense pretty much this whole video. So if I could get that kind of... Oh, get it right back. Okay, so all that for them to just score right away. So this is going to be a back and forth battle, I see. But, I mean, I know I have the weapons to compete in the battle here. So, in fact, Staley is going to have a step. Uh-oh, Ramsey's coming to pick it, though. Oh, I'm lucky that was an interception. Very lucky that wasn't picked. Ramsey was driving on that ball. All right. We're lucky there. We got out of it, though. So they're going to double coverage over here. But Jeremiah Smith is still going to outrun both of them. Oh, my Lord. Is this overthrown, though? Oh, my gosh. None of them even had a chance. Jalen Ramsey and number 2 were on him. I don't know if that was Joey Porter. I don't think it was. But, all right. Defense. Come on. This time I need you. Get a stop. And they get the stop. There we go. So we're going to win this game 31-35. We got some crazy plays of Jeremiah Smith there. He must have had a wild game after those 2 catches, but let's take a look at it in full. So 357 yards. Drew Aller is on the other side. We have no picks from either quarterback. Caleb Johnson had 182 rushing yards. Wow. Ginty 77 yards, but 3 touchdowns. And then Jeremiah Smith had 200 yards. So obviously we gave him those big bombs, but even before that, he was having a good game. 77 yards from Staley as well. DeAndre Moore, sorry. DK Metcalf had a decent game. And then defensively, we had 2 sacks from Max Crosby, which is good. But all right. We're heading to the next round. It was a little bit of a battle there, but we're on to the AFC Championship game. So let's go see who the matchup's going to be. It's going to be the Bills or the Titans. So it would be nice to see a Cam Ward versus Mendoza battle. I think that'd be fun. So despite my wishes for a Cam Ward and Mendoza battle, we don't get that. It's going to be Josh Allen and the Bills instead. So obviously, we got our work cut out for us here. So let's see how it's going to go. We need to, score early and often this one. We get an interception, though, from Hickman, and we will score off of it. You got to score off turnovers in the playoffs. We've done that, at least at this point. But the Bills will tie it up 7-7. Offense, I need you to go do something as well. They finally do there. 7-14. We have the lead, but the Bills will cut it to 4. But, ooh, I thought we were about to take a lead there even further. But this time we do, 10-21. So far, this has looked pretty comfortably good for us. But it's 18-21 now. And they got a brutal interception on us and they tied it up. They didn't take the lead. But, all right, that kind of sucks. They're suggesting the same play that I ran with Jeremiah Smith earlier. I'm going to do it again, man. Why not? Staley underneath is still an option, too. Let's see if it's there. No, it's not there this time. Let's just dump it to Jinty. That was kind of a interesting throw there to get it past that linebacker, but was very tempting to try to just air it out to Jeremiah Smith there again. But instead, we'll get a first down. We just need to get in field goal range. That's all we need. And we have Jinty, and Ashton Jinty is going to get us a first down. In fact, we might be able to get another playoff before the 2-minute warning, so let's go try it. Really wish Madden didn't make you watch these freaking celebrations. Like, just get me on to the next play, man. Maybe there's a setting for that, but I don't know. All right, so let's see. No, I'm going to run the ball again before the 2-minute warning. It's going to be our last play before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if we can get something good here. Okay, nice. I didn't look like it was... Oh my gosh, thank you, Lord Powers Johnson. Wow, JT just put the ball on the ground, and James Powers Johnson was in the correct spot. Holy moly, that was very, very close. JT almost killed us right there, but do I go back to him? That was such a brutal fumble. I'm going to trust him. But man, GT. Okay, they bench him, I guess. Or, I don't know. Edwards is in. I don't know if Washington must... I don't know why Washington's not the running back, but whatever. So 2nd and 7. We're already in field goal range, though, for the most part. Like, Powers Johnson picked us up like another 10, it felt like, after he picked it up. It's probably like 7 or 5. But, all right, JT's back out here. Please hang on to the ball, JT. Okay, so 3rd and 5. I'm still going to run the ball, though. I'm still going to start for the field goal. The Bills might call the timeout. In fact, I'm going to put on some chew clock so this clock gets chewed up a little bit. And, yeah, I'm not going to throw it. I want this clock to just, spit out, go down as much as possible. It would be nice if Jinty could just get us the first down on this on a 3rd and 5 play. But at this point, I'll just settle for the field goal. Although the first down's there for the taking, so that is fantastic. So Jinty's going to get us the first down. And now they'll call their timeout. So let's make sure they waste all of those as we'll try to kick the game-winning field goal here. So 21-21. They got 2 timeouts remaining. Just got to run into Jinty and hope that Jinty hangs onto the ball. And second timeout's utilized there. And again, they have 1 more. And that's going to be all she wrote on their timeout. So, all right, run it again. Jinty. You want to pick up another chunk? That'd be nice. Let's see. Blocking is there. Nope, not quite. Okay, so we're going to get stuffed there again. Last time by the Bills. But, like I said... they have no other timeouts. So that's going to take this down to and Washington comes in, which is cool. So Washington just, kind of get us in position here. Don't need to do anything crazy here. So, yeah. Okay, that's going to take it all the way down. We'll go kick our field goal now. Field goal coming out. Should bleed the clock all the way down to like 6 seconds or so. So we're going to sit here for a second and kick this field goal. And, in fact, I'll take my thumb off of it so I'm not tiring my thumb out. But I don't even know. Is AJ Cole our kicker right now? Let's hike this now, though. Okay. So that should be in. And just like that, that'll give us a lead with 6 seconds. If the Bills score in 6 seconds, then GG's. And just like that, we're going to beat the Bills, and we're headed to the Super Bowl. 24-21. I've had to jump in twice, but it's been a fun jumping in, I would say. Even though JT gave us a little bit of a heart attack there. So, both quarterbacks threw a pick in this one. Ashton GT had 88 yards. Obviously, had the fumble, but thankfully we caught, grabbed it. Edwards had a touchdown, I guess. And then Brock Bowers, 83 yards, 65 from Trey Green. So both the tight ends leading the way. Defensively, sacks-wise, 2.5 from Rousseau, 2 from Dexter, and then Ronnie Hickman, and then Terry Moore. So both safeties getting a pick. But all right, let's get to the Super Bowl. We've gotten to this point. Let's go finish the job, beat the Bills. I'm already forgetting. Oh, we beat the Steelers. Now let's go see who the next guy is going to be. So we'll be playing the Green Bay Packers in the Super Bowl, who only finished up at 8-9 on the season, but obviously records are out the window when you're in the playoffs. So they've gotten to this point. The record in the playoffs has been good enough to get here. Terran Arnold, though, gets us off with an interception to start things off. And we're up 3-0, so we take an early lead, but would have loved a touchdown off the pick. But they get the first touchdown. We get another one here to take the 10-7 lead, and we're going to go up 17-7, but they definitely are right back in it. We kick a field goal to make it a 6-point game. We're going to score here 14-28, but I'm definitely not counting out the Packers just yet. Although Going up 35-14, this game might be over. I think it's safe to say, fellas, we might have brought a Super Bowl to Las Vegas. So 14-38, yep. I think that's all she wrote. So the Packers were not ready for this. And just like that, the Raiders are going to come out here after we added Jeremiah Smith to Bowers, Ginty, and Mendoza. We come out here and win a Super Bowl. So I hope you guys did enjoy it. This was definitely a fun one. I absolutely love trading up for Jeremiah Smith there. Honestly, if the Raiders somehow are bad and they're able to add Jeremiah Smith to their offense or to their offense in the draft, damn, that'd be nasty. But I hope you guys did enjoy it. I'll see y'all in the next rebuild. Comment down below the next team you guys want to see. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace.